Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and welcome to my August setup plan with me. The kit that I'm going to use is homemade, and I'll just show it to you. I went with the traditional color scheme from Erin Condren of kind of a mustard yellow or gold, and I've prepared monthly stickers as well as the dashboard and notes page stickers and some deco. And here was my little freebie for the month of August. What's this, you ask? Well, this is my new Harmony Colorful Vegan Leather Folio that just came in. Let me move this little stuff here. It's not really private, but anyway, isn't this pretty? I put my vegan leather covered 7x9 life planner in here. It just tucks into this back pocket. You put the back cover under here. You've seen these before, but let me tell you, this one is sturdier than the blush pink one that I got last year. I really like this one. Plus it's very matchy, clearly. So what we're going to do is set up our August monthly spread as well as this dashboard, the notes page, and I'm going to write a prayer for the month of August. I don't know if I'll do that on camera or not, but it's not a secret because I pray the monthly prayer at the end of all of my weekly plan with me's. So first thing we're going to do is set up the month view. Now, some of you already know this because you are in my Facebook group, but my husband and I are now the proud grandparents of a beautiful baby boy. He was born on the 23rd, and I'm not going to say too much about him just because I want to respect the parents' privacy choices, and I know that there are some things that they're keeping secret until all of the important people in their life have heard the news, which I think is very respectful. But of course, Mama here, Grandmama here, is chomping at the bit. But anyway, we are praising God for a smooth delivery. And I mean, easy for me to say, right? Smooth delivery and a healthy baby. And we are just beyond grateful. And that gratitude extends to all of you who have been praying. And I know there are quite a few of you. And I just want to thank you again for that because, you know, God's will be done, right? And it's very easy, again, for me to say this. God's will be done. Not every single baby is born healthy, and not every single baby is born by a smooth delivery. I know that for a fact personally, but we praise God for this answer to prayer that we really, really are just over the moon grateful about. And I'm really super grateful to all of you. As I said, I really can't say that enough. It's just been so heartwarming to read the nice comments and the encouraging comments, and I really thank you. I told my daughter-in-law that because I showed her a lot of those comments, and she thought they were really sweet as well, of course. But I told her it's almost like we've got this virtual little ladies Bible study group here, and I know that that doesn't speak for everybody, so I apologize, but there are quite a few Christian believers in this little community that I have, and it's just, I liken it to that, having like a little church group, except I never really see you in person, and it's great. It's a blessing to me, and I hope it's a blessing to you guys. We also want to congratulate Tiffany, who had her baby the day before we had our baby. So congratulations, Tiffany. Both of these babies are little boys, and I won't share any more about hers either, and I'll leave that up to her to decide what she's going to share or not share, but we have discussed Tiffany in the past, so I just want to praise God for these two healthy little boys who have entered the world in the last week. It's wonderful. So the colors that I'm using right here are a combination of the mustard yellow, or it's not quite a lemon yellow, but there is some lemon yellow mixed in. It's a combination of that and orange, so think citrus, and lime. And I love that combo. And if you want one of these, you get in touch with me on my Facebook group, in my Facebook group, or by private message somewhere like Instagram or whatever. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, so you can contact me if you want one of these. And I don't have a sticker shop, so sometimes people say, well, what's the name of your shop? I don't have one. I just make a few extras each month for people who want to get one, and that's it. It's low-key. I have way too much on my plate to actually operate a full-time sticker shop, but I really commend those who can do it because it's a lot to keep track of. And last month, I actually sent the wrong kit to somebody, so they ended up with an extra kit, and that that was because I had a little bit of a backlog when my Silhouette Cameo broke down, and when I was learning to use my new Silhouette Portrait 3. So I had a little bit of a backlog, and as I was catching up, I accidentally sent someone an August kit who did not order an August kit. They wanted a July kit, so they ended up with a July and an August. But then the person that August kit was intended for, or maybe it was July, vice versa, it was one or the other. The person that it was intended for didn't get hers. And I'm just really glad she didn't get mad at me, because we were well into the month of July, and she had not gotten her kit yet, and I felt horrible about that. So as far as I know, that's the only time I've had some kind of a mix-up. And so I'm dealing with super patient people, and I appreciate that. And I take that as a reminder to myself to be patient with others when they need it, because we all have those little times in our life where we just can't keep everything straight. And I think most of you would agree about that. And not everybody that is sort of in my planner community at large is on YouTube. So they miss some of the news sometimes, but news, it's not really news, but one of the topics of discussion that we have had in the last couple of months is I'm adjusting to the coil, as I know some of you guys are, because Erin Condren discontinued the 7x9 weekly planner in the binder format. And I was kind of hooked on that and taking the pages out and all that. But someone asked me last week, so I thought I'd bring the topic up again, that I'm adjusting just fine. The one thing that I miss is being able to take the pages out when I plan, so I don't have to work around the coil. But it's not a terrible adjustment. It's not a terrible adjustment. It's something that I can handle. All right, and I usually go into time-lapse when I do this part instead of chatting, but this is how we're doing it today. Let's talk about the launch of, what was it? The Family Organizer book. So Erin Condren has come out with this new Family Organizer book, which if you have kids in school, like who are involved, I don't mean college, although maybe college, but my kids are a little bit too old for this. So I did some mock-ups of what I would have done with this book if my children were younger. But it's like a monthly planner like this. It's a 7x9, but then you have a whole new layout of pages after each monthly calendar that gives you space for like your recurring weekly schedule. And then you have a place for school activities, milestones, achievements, and then you've got a section for extracurriculars. And I know in the fall, everybody who's involved in fall sports or band is really shuffling a lot or juggling a lot of events and dates that they need to keep straight. And so I think it's a great book. It's kind of like getting a monthly planner. There are a few notes pages per month. So not as many notes pages as you get in the Erin Condren monthly planner, but a few notes pages, but you get these other pages that are dedicated to the school schedule and to your extracurricular activities. And then you have like a recap and memory keeping sort of area at the end of those pages. And I think, oh, I like these colors. And I just think it's a neat book. So if you missed that, I did a few Instagram reels about it. So I did like a mock-up pretending that my kids were really young. And so I just thought it would be fun to do that. So I used the month of July, and you don't have to get it with a July start because here we are beginning the month of August. So you can get an August start, and I think you can get a January start if you want to. But if you do want an August start, go ahead and jump on it so you don't miss out on the August pages. But it's got memory keeping spots. Like if I were using this book, I would print out my kids' school pictures and put them in there. And I would put like we were homeschoolers, so I would put like their homeschool events. But in my case, when I went to school, I was in the marching band and I was in the choir. So I would have put the schedule for all of the marching band competitions and festivals in there. And any pictures, all the fun stuff that kids do in school. It's just kind of a one book place to keep track of the memories, keep track of the schedule, and also celebrate the milestones and the wins. Now, I don't really need to do this whiting out because this color is so pale, but it doesn't go, this is a cool tone here on the book, and it doesn't really go with the warm tones. It's not a huge deal, but I'm just whiting it out to keep it all the citrusy tones. Maybe I will white out just this little part up at the top, and that should do it. Let's check it out and see if that is sufficient. So I've got this little header here with lemons on it. Let's see if that does the trick. I think it does. I mean, I would like to not have this color all the way into the coil, but that's all right. And then we've got a few more boxes, and I'm going to eliminate these dots. Now, you know who sets up their dashboard and their monthly spread with no kit? It's somebody that you should follow. I highly recommend her on Instagram. Her Instagram handle is Planning with Intention. And she uses pretty much exclusively Erin Condren stickers, but no kits. So she will accentuate the color scheme that comes in whichever planner she chooses and just go for it. She doesn't cover up all this. That's the wrong box, isn't it? It sure is. She doesn't cover up everything like I am. She's not like a kit person, but her spreads are always beautiful. Let me turn it this way because I've got it all crinkled up there. Her spreads are always beautiful, and she really just sticks with the monthly sticker book, I think. Erin Condren monthly sticker book. And it's always perfectly color coordinated with her life planner. I think she pretty much always gets a colorful life planner. Not 100% positive. So if you're someone who doesn't want to buy a kit, a sticker kit, and I think there's quite a few people who don't. I used to not, and now I'm hooked on them. And it really helps when you can make your own because you end up not spending a fortune like you would if you were buying all of your stickers from an Etsy shop. So I made two different patterns for my washi this time. Pardon me. And I think I will save one for the prayer of the month and one for the memory verses. So let's do lemons on the memory verses. And then we'll do the yellow gingham on the prayer of the month page. And I will go into time-lapse whenever I'm writing lots and lots of stuff. Okay, then we'll put our header here. I've already chosen all of the memory verses for August, and I have my book of the month chosen. It's no surprise because it's the next one in the series that I did, that I chose for my book of the month last month. And it's the Sensible Shoes series by Sharon Garlow Brown. Now I'm going to save this. Normally I put it at the bottom of the page, but I'm not going to do that this time. The hearts will go beside each memory verse. And let's go ahead and get ready for this prayer of the month. And we're probably going to go into time-lapse here pretty soon because I've done so much of the basic layout here, which is the thing that I'm able to talk while I'm working with. So there's that. Now, you know my freebie of the month? This would look really great here with the prayer. So I think I'm probably going to do up this page with some of the freebie. And then I'm going to scatter these deco stickers throughout the monthly spread and the others. So let's go on into time-lapse and do some writing. I think I'm finished, and I'm going to just spend some time writing my prayer of the month. I didn't want to do that with any time constraints. So that page is just kind of decorated, and then I will write on it. And here is my month view, And then my memory verses, I went ahead and did 5 instead of 4 because the last week of August starts on the 29th, and we've got, 3 days of August and it goes into September. But I just wanted to kind of keep this all summer because for me, I'm going to start teaching when we get over to the 6th. So I just kind of wanted to have a clean break here between summer and when I start the school year. So we've got all of these verses. Did you notice which book of the Bible they are all from? And do you know why I chose those? You can just kind of think about it. All right, so my financial goals are just the normal ones, my August budget, August bills and taxes, and then 2 household goals. I want to set up my piano studio for the school year, and then we have a bedroom that we want to paint the ceiling, and the book of the month is Barefoot, which is book 3 in the Sensible Shoes series. This is a Christian fiction series, and I love it. So Karen, who is one of the planner community that we have here, recommended this series to me. I thought it only had 3 books in it, but she sent me a message that there are 4. So I'm probably going to do the 4th one as my book of the month for September. The only exception would be if I finish this halfway through the month, I may go ahead and do the 4th book in the month of August and choose something different for September. So I hope you enjoyed this. And did you plan along with me, or were you just hanging out? All right, so here it is, and I am going to give you a slow motion flyover, and then I'll see you next time.